3 has come to an end. The best of the best in golf faced off in this final day, and boy, did we have a show. Waco Neiman, 2 out of 3 LIV Golf tournaments, and we're here to talk about it. Welcome to Club 54 post-round show. I'm your host, Christian Crosby, and joining me is Don Boulay, who just had an amazing interview with Joaquin Niemann. And what I really love about your energy right now, you came up here and you said, man, that was just amazing golf to watch. You were really blown away. Let's talk about it.
I'm almost emotional in the sense that I can't believe someone can play golf to that level. And I've seen a lot of golf, and especially the last 2 years, I've seen some of the best golf played in the game. But that was sublime. It was literally sublime. From the first tee to the 18th hole, he had complete control of his emotions. He was composed, and some of the shots he hit out there, I mean, it was ridiculously good. He must be on cloud 9 confidence-wise. He's the best player in the world right now.
I mean, it didn't seem like anything would stop him. He was completely focused. You had the honor of following him around all day.
It was an honor.
Today.
It was an honor.
I gotta know how that was. I mean, what did you observe following him around today specifically? It seemed like he was just locked in from start.
Compared to Mayakoba, where he had a 2-shot lead also, he had a 4-shot lead, but then he got penalized 2 shots. He had a 2-shot lead here.
Yep.
There was a different vibe about him. I was looking at his eyes. You always can tell with a golfer when they're nervous and, you know, they're a little sort of itchy and whatever.
Yeah.
He wasn't. His eyes were serene, and there's no tenseness in the face. He was ready to do battle today.
In that post-interview, you looked him right in his eyes. You told him he's the best golfer in the world, and he shrugged it off as if he wasn't content with that.
Well, he made a joke about it, to be honest. He says, I'm about the 100th best golfer in the world. You know, he's got a good sense of humor, and, you know, he's playing some games, and good on him.
I love it. Dom, let's get into some of the highlights. Waco Neiman, what a day today. Take us through it. You were right there, Dom. Maybe we'll see you in the background somewhere.
Yeah, this is a great tee shot on one. He missed the, but he kept missing it in the right spots. As I said, on this golf course, you're going to miss a lot of fairways because of the way the fairways angle. But he missed it all in the right spots, and that led to an easy birdie. 2 great shots on the par 5 fourth. That was close to being an eagle. He's, you know, it was just, he did everything correctly today.
It really appears as though he's getting better and better with each day.
On the 7th, the drivable par 4, close to drivable, we put it in the perfect spot. On 10, he was on the fairway, not the perfect spot, but his short game now is absolutely brilliant. And obviously, he was a little bit concerned with this tee shot on 16, so of course he's going to hit it right. And this on 17, I mean, that tee shot, I confirmed with his caddy, Gary Matthews, was that his aim point with the tee shot? And it absolutely was. And he couldn't have given himself an easier shot. And there you go, stone dead for a birdie.
Sheesh.
And on 18, he only hit a 410-yard drive on 18.
My goodness, and look at him, just shrugging it off like it's nothing. And the world loves Waco Neiman. Let's check into some social posts. Seems to be what everybody's tweeting about right now. And there he goes, dapping up his crew. Look at this. Waco Neiman is very good at golf. I mean, that's an understatement at this point, right?
He's the hottest golfer on the planet now. Oh, those are my words.
Hottest golfer alert. There we go. They just copy-pasted what you said in the post-interview there.
And Joaquin Niemann is my Masters pick. He's my Masters pick, too.
Gotta love these tweets. Keep them coming. We'll throw all of the social action on the show. So if you want to see your handle on here, let us know what you're thinking. All right, Waco Neiman recently received an invitation to participate in the Masters. The 25-year-old is one of golf's rising stars, to say the least. And he was excited to know he'll have a shot at the green jacket. Check this out.
I actually never thought I was going to be getting an invite.
You want to play the majors?
I mean, I'm just ready. I thought it was just needed to be inside the top 50 and was trying to do that, playing a little bit more.
I mean, I want to win majors, but I gotta get in first.
All right, well, you're going to get in. Okay, you're going to get in.
I got the best call I could ever had. Coming from Augusta, they needed a verbal yes from me. Not saying that I confirmed that I want to accept the invitation. I'm like, yeah, I want to accept it.
Masters invites last week as well for Waco. Congratulations to the Chilean on that.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't get any better.
All right, and here's another tag board post. I want to see Waco top it off with a win at the Masters. I would absolutely love to see that too. Gotta love that tweet. Keep the tweets coming here. We got the social going, and we encourage it. I mean, I'm on social all day long. If you got something to say and you want to see yourself on TV, then tweet. Here's another one about Waco Neiman. Absolute dominance by my man Waco Neiman on Torquay. Niemann is the best golfer in the world right now. There really is no dispute. Gotta love that and completely agree. More to come right here on Club 54 post-round show. And a beautiful view, Saudi Arabia here in Jeddah, right across from the beautiful Red Sea. And joining us, Sue Ann, Hang, you've been super busy, and Jerry Fultz. I mean, we've been rocking out all day. You guys did a wonderful job.
He's been slacking.
Sue Ann, I first want to talk about your day. You have been everywhere today.
I really have.
You had a few groups that you followed around.
Yeah, I've seen every corner of this golf course. Don't worry about it. But yeah, I started out with Jon Rahm. Obviously, I think he was one of the big names that we thought were gonna chase Waco, and he got off to a really good start. He was 3 under after his first 6 holes, and just that moment on the 10th, that pitch,
yeah,
I think that just completely took the wind out of his sail.
Yeah, the little simple pitch up the slope that just needs to release over the hill, and he's got probably a tap-in birdie, and he ends up 3-putting it and walking away with bogey. And you said it at the time, you observed it, and you even listened to his self-talk walking off the green, how it upset him, and he didn't quite let it slide off as quickly as we might have expected from him normally.
No, and you know, a player of his caliber, you would think that's a pretty straightforward shot, just straight up the hill, a lot of green to work with. He gave himself a perfect angle into that whole location. But what I noticed from that first putt, he still wasn't out of it at that point, by the way. And he was just he didn't have enough time to compose himself. And so when he got over that first putt, you can certainly tell the frustration, and he just sort of, you know, when you get upset and you putt, you just go, bah, and then you just look up, and it was just a poor first putt, and he 3-putted that one, and I think that just completely took the momentum out of his game today.
What do you think needs to change going into Hong Kong for Jon Rahm? Is it really just a mental thing?
Yeah, you know, he's contended the last 3 events, and he just
He's Jon Rahm.
Yeah.
I mean, his winless streak is a whole 3 tournaments old, 9 rounds of golf right now. He's going to win. He's going to win often. The problem is, you know, we talk about the best players in the world coming together to play more often. We don't see that very often in golf. We see it at most of the majors now, maybe eventually all of them again. But what we have out here is a collection, a very dense collection of many of the greatest players in the game. And they have to play against each other every week, and they only get 13 chances a year to beat each other.
Yeah, and I don't think they have that time to make a mistake like that, especially with 54 holes. You know, you don't play 72, right? So you have less time to make those mistakes. And anytime you make a mistake at a time like John did today, it just would cost you.
Yeah, it is. It's much more of a sprint than a marathon, if you will. To overuse another cliche like I did in the pregame with you, Christian. But yeah, no, it is. This is world-class, competitive, top-level golf at its finest. It's a different format than maybe traditional golf people are used to. 54 holes being a big part of it, and the fairness of a shotgun start also being another big part of it.
Now, after John, you went to Louis Oosthuizen. How was that? I mean, he did such a great job. Man,
he was, you know, he had so much momentum all the way till the 13th hole. He got to the 13th hole, I believe it was, when I joined him, and he just had an 8-iron there and just hit a really terrible iron shot, the worst I've seen him. I watched him yesterday as well, swinging the club beautifully, and I think that was the moment for Louis that kind of took the wind out of his sails at that point, you know. And it just, like, that's what I'm saying, it really exposes you out here with kind of the field that we have, you can't afford to make those mistakes at that point in the competition.
And much like Waco, and I'll make this brief, much like Waco the last couple of months playing the best golf of his life, Louis playing similar golf to when he played the best of his life the last few months as well, winning twice in non-live events in the offseason.
And then second in Oman last week,
One of the biggest stories coming into this week was Anthony Kim and his debut. You got to speak with him after his final round. I want you to talk about that for a little bit.
Well, first of all, I was nervous as hell.
You're nervous?
I must have read through my questions like 3 times. But, it was such an honor to, first of all, talk to him. I remember when I was a kid, I watched him play at his peak. And just to be able to be in his presence was such a privilege. You can certainly tell the gratitude, I think, from his response and how grateful he is to be back out here doing what he loves. I got to talk to his wife, Emily, right before I went to go talk to him. And she was just saying he's doing great. He's so happy. He's really enjoying being out here. And it really shows. It shows in his expression in that interview. And look, he's got a lot of work left ahead. He knows that, but he's ready for it.
But he showed signs of life as well. And I would like to say we watched Anthony Kim grow up right before our eyes. We didn't. He was gone for 12 years. But the next time we saw him, he is a different person, a mature person. And I think he proved enough to himself this week to justify the fact that he is now a professional golfer again.
I want to talk a little bit now about the team competition. We started today with Stinger GC up by 7, and then Crushers coming through at the end of the day as champions. I mean, that's crazy, right?
They were 11 back.
You know what? Let's actually get into their highlights and check out this unbelievable comeback story from Crushers GC. Let's take a look.
Well, we're going to kick it off with their captain, Bryson DeChambeau. This is his second shot on the 8th. Hold out. Hello. He struggled yesterday, by the way.
Then the latest victim of our couch in the Fairway to Heaven podcast starring Sue Ann Hang, because that's Honor Bond here. He hits second at number 7. And they are just rolling 20 under par as a team. In these conditions, you got to be kidding me.
And then Charles with his birdie on the 13th. He's such a solid putter, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a solid, great ball striker as well. Bryson at 18 for eagle.
Whoop, there it is.
Bucket, whoop there. Really? You went there?
Great song.
I had to throw that in there, guys. I'm sorry.
At least you didn't say boom goes the dynamite.
I'm saying
different
that
era. But what a fantastic final round for Crushers. 20 under collectively for that team. That is some serious golf, Jerry.
There was a 62 today, Bryson DeChambeau. There were 2 64s today, one of them on their team, Charles Howell, and then the next best score was 65. 3 of the 4 best scores in the tournament today were by 3 Crushers.
The visual of today looks absolutely crazy. Here's the score worm. If you look at Crushers GC, look how they skyrocketed today.
Yeah, it looks like a seismograph when you follow their line.
Oh, man. All right, let's go over to some social posts here from some of our fans. I've been encouraging it, and you guys have been posting it. Going Crushers crazy. Take a look at these here. Keep them coming, fans. This is Club 54 Post Round Show. All right, fans, the LIV Golf Plus app is filled with great content, including an incredible and informative series of lessons from the best players in the world. Take a look.
Hey guys, this is Cam Smith.
Hi, I'm Bryson DeChambeau.
I'm Bubba Watson.
And welcome
to my LIV lesson.
So if you're like me and you miss fairways, this is when the creativity comes out.
Focus on that target.
That's what I'm focused on. Pay the man. For me, I just want to make it simple as possible.
Tempo for sure is one thing you need to keep an eye on.
Cam Smith, he has taken complete control here.
I like to aim the putter, make sure that's perfect. Then I take my stance, give it one good look at the hole, and hit a good putt.
Houdini with the flat stick.
Need a golf ball. Here we go.
Bryson DeChambeau electrifies the crowd.
So guys, there's a lot of mysteries around hitting it really far. That's what psycho mode comes in. Try to get a little psycho with it.
Yeah, there it is. That was peppered.
Let your body free up. Let things just move more. Don't feel like you're restricted. If you can do that, you're on your way to better golf.
You guys mentioned that Fairway to Heaven pod. If you guys had to choose any favorites so far from this season, can be a quick answer. They're looking at each other. You guys can't see them. They're looking at each other.
No, it's not fair. They're all
That's
my
a hard
favorite.
question.
My favorite.
Yeah.
You guys, if you just had to pick one.
They're all my favorite.
Okay.
My favorite is my co-host.
My favorite's
Very
Jerry.
diplomatic. Very diplomatic answer, you two. All right, we couldn't have a post-round show without the one and only Rachel Drummond. Let's check in with Rachel. What's going on?
Hey team, I am out on the golf course. I'm on the 6th hole. What a champion. I can't believe Niemann. He can't do anything wrong. 5 birdies in this. And we're going to talk about a particular shot he had today on the 6th hole. He had 185 yards. It's at least a 2-club wind, as you can see by me blowing this way. And I've got to hit it again. But first off, we're going to see this shot and we're going to talk about what he did great. So here we go. He's just between the bunkers. He's hitting off a launch pad, which is going to make it go higher into the wind. Pin is back left, and at about 21 yards onto the green, you've actually got a downslope to that pin, and there's only 21 feet after that pin. It is such a good shot. And his caddy says it's good. Okay, so we're going to talk about this, and I'm actually going to talk you through how you can navigate this sort of situation, and I'm going to give you a few tips. So come with me. Okay, so we have 185 yards. As I said, it was at least a 2-club wind today, so it's playing about 210. I actually just messaged Ricky Elliott Brooks's caddy to be like, is it definitely 2 clubs? And I think it is. So he hit a 5-iron. I think I've got a 5 wood here. So number one, people at home, always think about the environment that you have in front of you. So as I said, we can see the ball is sitting slightly up, which is going to add loft and create more spin, which isn't ideal when you're playing into wind. So always look at what you're faced with before you pick the club. Obviously lots of wind, you're going to have to go up 2 clubs. Okay, now we saw with the green, there's a lot of room right of the pin. So what I'm going to do setup wise is going to help me navigate a right start line and hopefully bring the ball back to a pin with a draw. It's simple, isn't it? Okay, right, let's go. So 185, I've got my rescue. Now, first up, I spoke about starting the ball out to the right to allow for the wind. So, tip for everyone at home, if you move the ball back in your stance slightly, what that's going to do is help get your path out to the right. Now, Jason Kokrak, I'm dropping players, he also taught me that when you move the ball back, you need to make sure you close the face slightly, because as it moves back, it starts going right. So we're going ball back, face slightly closed. Now, as we saw in Niemann's swing, he's almost got that sawn off follow through, which is also going to help keep that ball flight slightly lower. Shall I have a go? My crew's looking at me like, yeah. Okay, so we're going to go through the environment again. I'm standing behind, picking my start line. I'm going to get the club face down first, really zoning into where I want the ball to start. Ball position slightly back, club face slightly closed. I mean, if it holds, I've struck it good. I think it could be a little bit left. I'll take that. It's in the bunker. I can hear. Someone's telling me it's in the bunker. I'm going to do one more, okay? We're going to go through this one more time. So again, always remember, people at home, that your environment's going to dictate the shot that you need to play. So we've got that launch pad, so it's going to add loft, so we need more club. The wind's going to need more club. We've got a left pin. We don't want to go left like I just did. So we're going to get the ball back. So same again, you're going to pick the right side of that green. If I can strike it like that again, I'll be happy. Feet good, ball back. Okay, that might be better. In the bunker. Okay, let's have another little look at his swing face on. I'm going to tell you a few things now that he does technically, which I want you to try at home. So face on, very stable, stays very centered. People at home, put your head against a wall and give that swing a go on the backswing. Club shallowing nicely, and see through impact how stable his left side is and slightly sawn off finish. It's just poetry in motion. Giving you so many tips there. But remember, the environment's going to dictate the shot you need to play. Take that all in, trust the start line. And Niemann, you are just so good. Can you come hit the shot for me, please? Back to you, Christian.
Rachel, great job out there. You do such a great job.
She's so brave. I mean, she could have gone out there and found a shot to teach from and to replay from earlier today, a downwind wedge or 9-iron. She goes for an uphill lie into the wind, fairway wood.
And one of the hardest holes,
Yeah.
straight into the breeze.
Putting her money where her mouth is. Gotta love that. Right? All right, so as we're looking ahead to next week in Hong Kong, as we look back at day 3, what do you think you're going to remember most from today?
I'm going to go first. It's got to be AK.
Yeah.
Having AK back playing after 12 years, a guy that I looked up to for so much of my life and even in my professional career, just to have him out here, to watch him and to see him hit balls again is amazing.
What about you, Jared?
That's the first thing that came to my mind. You said it was one of the biggest stories coming into the week. To me, it's arguably the biggest story in golf for the year thus far until we get to major season. Anthony Kim returning to professional golf out of Nowheresville it polarizes the entire golf community with curiosity and just wanting to see him again, and then being able to be fortunate enough to watch him play golf again.
Yeah.
You know, we're treating it like he's a deity of some sort. He's not. He's a 3-time winner on the PGA Tour, but he's a charismatic, fun guy to watch play, and now we get to see it again and watch him climb his way out of that abyss to hopefully old form.
It was a good time here in Jeddah, and our next stop is Hong Kong. Take a look at this one.
LIV is the absolute best.
This is the best day ever!
Unbelievable. Get ready, Hong Kong.
Oh, yes!
Are you ready for this?
Wow! He was simply masterful today.
See you at LIV Golf Hong Kong.
We'll see you guys in Hong Kong. That's a wrap. Day 3 is over. The best of the best made it happen. They gave us a show. Waco Neiman, 2 out of 3. We'll see you guys in Hong Kong. You guys are going to be there, right?
Yeah,
we got some plans.
Let's go get some noodles and dumplings.
Jerry, you got some plans outside of the sport in Hong Kong?
To be made soon, yes. I'm looking forward to doing this all again with you in Hong Kong. Dom Boulet's hometown.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys for watching us. This was Club 54 Post Round Show. We'll see you in Hong Kong. Peace.